let's talk about the elephant in the room. How about that first? I'm sure the Dicey thing will be brought up a lot today. The first thing that I think it's important that people understand, I do not run 100 Thieves. I am not the manager. I am not the GM of the Valorant team. I don't decide where the money goes. The reason I'm saying this is because people on Reddit and people on Twitter were saying the thing that really was like, what? Was someone's like, if you're going for a big pickup, why don't you just invest the money to get TenZ? A, we explored the opportunity. We explored the option. B, as somebody who's been on Cloud9 and knows how the esports politic works, if you think that TenZ is getting off of Cloud9, you are sadly mistaken until his contract is up. So even if we wanted TenZ, it probably wouldn't even been an option. I don't want to get into too much politics. I don't want to really air the dirty laundry I have with Cloud9, but I mean, if you're interested, there was, you know, me, there were some other CS players that you might know in Valorant today that, you know, had similar problems. I will just say that if you think TenZ is getting off C9 until his contract is out, I think you're probably sadly mistaken. But I mean, I'm going to be proven wrong. Anyway, secondly, the Dicey situation. I know Steel and nathE and everyone commented on it. I mean, what you heard is true. It's not like there's any kind of like hidden secrets. I think it's kind of been put out there. You know, esports is forever changing, and you have to adapt to keep up with the meta. And especially as, you know, Valorant is still in its infancy, I think that people just kind of forget that we picked up Steel and nathE fresh out of CS, and we were able to win a tournament within the first few months, like the biggest tournament against people that were playing Valorant since the beta for, you know, they had 8 months on my 2 CS teammates, and we still were able to win a tournament. So, you know, as far as resumes, I don't think there's anybody that is better than Ethan from CS that has switched over yet. I mean, I think nathE and Ethan both have pretty similar resumes. They both won a ton of events. They're both super experienced. Ethan is also 20 years old. People are coming into this saying like, oh my God, they can't believe they picked up another old veteran CS player. Bro, Ethan's literally 20. He's been playing CS for like 4 years. So, and he's like, I think he placed in the top 20 of CS players in the last year. So a lot of people that said they can't believe that we picked up Ethan, or why would we? I think you need to, you know, give some respect to Ethan, because I'm not gonna lie, some of the comments I saw were just disgusting. Like, you guys welcomed Steel and nathE, and then you guys were kind of rude to Ethan. As far as Dicey goes, Ethan is one of those people that you can't really let go to another team. He wanted to join us for sure. When you have somebody that experienced who's that good at a game so similar to Valorant, you can't really let that guy go, especially when they want to join. Especially when, you know, things aren't really working the way we're playing, and the meta is changing, and we kind of weren't able to change because of our agent lineup. You definitely have to consider taking into account getting, you know, possibly a new player of Ethan's caliber. So, you know, I see a lot of people hating. I know Dicey. I mean, I like Dicey. There's no problem with Dicey. Dicey's a good kid. Everybody likes him. Nobody dislikes him. It wasn't personal. I mean, Dicey was a good teammate. Dicey is a good guy. I mean, if you talk to anybody who knows Dicey, everyone likes Dicey. Nobody ever has a problem with him. But, you know, I think it's important that we have the opportunity to be able to agent flex, and, you know, maybe even having different lineups against different teams depending on the lineup they run. I think that's going to be pretty big. I see a lot of people saying Skadoodle. What do you mean Skadoodle and Brax? What are you guys saying, Skadoodle? So with that being said, yeah, we made the team decision to essentially bench Dicey, Quan, and we picked up Ethan, and we've been playing with him since Thursday. So we're going to be playing with him in this qualifier that's coming up on Thursday. I believe Dicey was technically benched, but that's kind of his and 100 Thieves business. That's not us as players. We don't get a decision in that. We don't have even a say in that. That's, up to 100 Thieves as an org and his contract and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think Steele kind of said it. We are looking into and experimenting with only a single duelist lineup. We tried, if you guys remember the JBL tournament, that's a similar lineup to kind of what we're looking at. We're experimenting with only one duelist, and we're kind of filling in around that without leaking too much stuff of what we're planning on doing. Yeah, I think again, Steele kind of leaked that we're going to be having Ethan on Omen in the near future, and then we'll kind of fill in around that. Again, I don't want to really say the exact agents we're using, but we're going to have Nitro be more of a flex. And I think moving forward, NA was kind of duelist heavy for a while. And now that people are kind of experimenting with Sage and experimenting with other agents that we never used really, I think it'll be a lot different. And I think it'll make us, without having to run Jet on every map, it'll give us a lot more depth in our strategy and depth in our comp as well. So I guess that's kind of everything I really have to say. Like I said, we are experimenting with only running one duelist and maybe not even running Jet on some maps. I think we're Steel had the idea of running kind of what the EU meta is now, like how much, like 3, 4, 5 months ago, and yeah, we'll kind of play around with it and see if we can kind of change the meta ourselves and see what will happen. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Is Dicey free to leave? Again, I have no say on 100 Thieves' business with Dicey. That is on 100 Thieves and Dicey, and that's on them to whether they want to make public what they're going to do or not. I have no say in that. I don't know what's going to happen. I would assume that he's going to be benched for a bit and see, if he finds a team. I'm sure 100 Thieves will let him go if he wants to go. And if not, and, things don't work out, maybe we'll bring him back. Who knows? But yeah, we'll kind of see what happens. But we as players, nobody on my team really has a say in what goes on with the business side of, contracts and what happens. I mean, of course, I wish nothing for the best for Quan, and if he wants to remain benched, he wants to stay on the team, I would, whatever he wants. Like I said, he won an event with us, and no matter what happens, at the end of the day, like Dicey, there's a banner in the 100 Thieves Cash App facility of our names. I don't think they've actually leaked it yet. I don't really care if they haven't leaked it. I don't think they showed a picture of it, but there is a banner that, and it has Dicey's name on it. This is something that we'll know forever. In 100 Thieves, he'll always be remembered no matter what. Like at the end of the day, he won an event. His name is on that banner right along mine, right alongside Steel, Nitro, and Asuna. So if you don't know, I see people saying, who is Ethan? He's our new 5th. He is, as recent of like last week, he was playing in a CS tournament. He played for Evil Geniuses, CSGO. He's probably on the number 2 NA team for a long time. And for some periods of time, they were battling Liquid to be the number 1 team for a while. He was one of their best players, I would say. And probably I would say he's probably in form as probably one of the best CSGO players to have switched. I mean, him and Nitro are like right there. So if you want some more backstory, you want some more info on what happened, our coach actually put a pretty good post out there on Reddit that you can find out if you want more info. So our coach wrote up a pretty good response to the whole situation. So you can go check that out. It's on Reddit somewhere.